Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the start of Season 10. Yes, Season 10 here at 7th Gear Racing. Tonight we're at Sao Paulo as we join the Tier 1 boys. Just me tonight, I'm afraid. But yes, start of a new season, a new era, new team principles, new teams with drivers. Before the guys get out, as no one's gone out yet, let's do a quick run through of the team, shall we? So, in no particular order, let's start with Ferrari, shall we? Because they are at the top. So Ferrari this year is managed by Poe. His tier 1 drivers are Pack Bussy and Verstappen. Unfortunately, both of those cars couldn't make tonight. So Paul and Poe are subbing in from their tier 2. McLaren, still managed by last year's runner-up Elite Risk, and he is joined by Charlie again, but unfortunately another team where both drivers can't make it. So tonight McLaren have Zeno and Pro Gamer. Decent lineup there. Haas. How are Haas faring this season? Still managed by RUF1. He is his tier 1 drivers this year are Matt Veg and Firmsy. So a very strong lineup there for Haas. What about Alfa Romeo? So of course Alfa Romeo managed by Benster, the tier 1 champion last season. He is joined by the person on your screen, Kieran. Should be a very good lineup. Mercedes still managed by Joel. Their tier 1 drivers are Turner and Ogween, two very fast drivers. Mercedes potentially in for a good season this year after a very disappointing one last year. AlphaTauri then managed a new team principal is upon them with Lenny. His tier 1 drivers are Vision and Adam, both racing tonight. Williams still managed by Dan. And of course Dan is joined in tier 1 by RK. Hey! Excuse me. Oh, right. Alpine managed still by Dylan. Dylan has dropped down to tier 2, and his tier 1 drivers this year are Zach is okay, and Alros, who previously was managing the AlphaTauri team. Red Bull then, managed by Fresh. His drivers for this year are Evo and Aiden. Another very strong lineup. Aston Martin, I believe, are the last ones to go by. It's their tier 1 drivers for Aston Martin this year are Krigmit and Fine Defender. Fine Defender but not available tonight, so Krigmit will be joined by Icy. And I believe that is all the teams. It is. So let's get on with the action, shall we? As Kieran sets an early benchmark of a 1:07.9. What can anyone else do? Let's get the details done. You probably haven't done this in a little while. So Paul, go around the final corner. How close can he get? As Dan slots into second, just behind Kieran, and Paul keeps left and does a 1:08.6. A very good lap there from Paul. Right, who is next? We've got one of the Mercedes. Is it Will? No, it will be Ogween. How fast can he go? Very fast driver on his day. Not had a lot of practice. What can he do? He goes on provisional pole. That's what he can do. Next across the line will be one of the Aston Martins. I believe it will be Krigmit. A very quick driver in tier 2 last season. Just needs a bit more consistency and he will be a top driver. What can he do? He goes P4 for 1:08.2. Wow. As there you go. Look at that. Turner currently making it a 1-2 for Mercedes. Joel picking very well so far. Who's next across the line? It's one of the Alpines. Alros, what can he do? He'll be disappointed with his season last year, and he does a 109.8. And he will not be happy with that lap. Next, I believe it's one of the Williamses who's gone to the pits. So next will be... Right then, as we're starting a lap with Aiden, let's have a quick look, mate. Let's ride along. See how he fares. Lots of curves on the inside. Gets himself post wide. Setting himself up for turn 4. Down into 5th gear. Bit of a whack from the tail there. Car looking a bit unstable. Probably the hardest 2 turns on the track. They look easy, but you get the traction wrong, you are spinning around there. Nice tight line. 8 and 9. Small jink into turn 10. Stays in 4th gear. Hug the left hand side. See down the left. There you go, the gentle thing. And breaks into turn 12. Looking very good so far. Another little wiggle. How much will he keep left? He's hugging that line, isn't he? And he's crossing the line, and he does. 107.7, a very decent lap from Aiden there. Very, very decent indeed. Right, let's have a look at Poe. New team principal for Ferrari this season, as I already mentioned. What kind of lap time can he set? Can he upset the pigeons? No, he cannot, but he does go ahead of Alros. Right, Evo, is he on a lap? It looks like he is. He's ahead of Icy, so we'll do Evo first. Purple second sector, according to the map, but we know how wrong that can be. Shaping up to be a very close at the front, just 4 tenths separating the top 6 at the moment. Evo keeps left, and he does a 108.2, so pops himself up into P7. Very decent lap indeed. Right, who hasn't set a lap yet? We've got Visions, and where did Icy go? Icy went in P15. So it's the 2 AlphaTauris next, with Visions and Adam. In the pre-season predictions, Visions and Adam were predicted to, well, the AlphaTauri team as a whole were predicted to finish bottom. It's of course up to these guys to prove the doubters wrong. Visions spent a lot of money on a new setup, so he should be very rapid. What kind of time can he set here? It's looking fast so far, and he does a 108.3. This is up P9, and Adam. Where'd Adam go? P7, 108.0. So half decent lap times from the AlphaTauris there. Everyone has now set a lap, apart from Firmsy. Previous Tier 1 champion, of course. Let's see what kind of time he can do. Look at that. He's using all the track. Look at that. Right on the limit. No colour, so we don't know if it's a purple sector or not. Stays in the 7th gear there. Looks a bit slow for my liking. Although, saying that, I imagine he'll pop it on pole now. Firmsy, one of the best in the business on his day. We missed Spencer going into P3, so then see them we split. Very smooth. Turn 12, just turn 13 from 14, and 15 of course. There you go, there's 14. This is turn 15, where if you remember a couple of years ago, Fitzy just broke his heart, and oh, P5 for Firmsy. Currently 3 tenths off. Not a bad lap by any stretch. Right, Matt Veg, is he on a fast one? He does, and he goes after P10. So, decent lap there. This Tier 1 field proving to be very close indeed. There's just a second between Turner in P1 and Paul in P17. So, this we're going for a real spicy one tonight. Right, what can Poe do? He's on an out lap, so he won't be setting anything that anytime soon. Aiden's invalidated. But it still looks like he's on the out lap. Although I haven't said that, it's just, I think he's on the out lap. So, with just over 7 minutes to go, we've got Turner in P1, Aiden in P2, Bensley is the reigning champion, is currently P3, Ogween is P4, Firmsy P5, Kieran P6. Oh, and there you go. The curse still exists even with these elite drivers. Dan is currently P7, the last driver, well, the next driver who will want to break into the 1.7s. Adam, another person on the 1.8, on the 1.80s. Pro Gamer on 8.1, Matt Veg 8.1. It's looking very, very close. Right, what can Dan do? He's about a 10th up. Can he get... Oh my goodness, look at that for a lap. 107.728. Moves Dan up into P3. What a lap from Dan. We've got a lot of cars on the grid now. A lot of cars. As Benson goes P1. Whoa. Don't know where to look at the moment. What about Ogden? Is he setting a lap? No, I think he is about to start one. So, is it a Red Bull about to finish? No, he's going into the pits. Bit of an unorthodox line, but they all work, I guess. Right, Icy, what kind of time can he set? I believe he's about to start another lap, as is the way with these things. Right, it looks like it could be an Alpine next across the road. Alros in P15. I don't think he's on a fast lap, so we shall go to who's next behind him. Is that Dan behind him? It is. So Dan down to P4. Right, Ferrari. The two Ferraris at the back. It's Poe. He's a second off his lap, so he probably won't do this. Nope, he will not. Who's next across the line? It's one of the Red Bulls. Is it Aiden? Nope, it's Turner. Takes that fastest lap back. The two front guys into the 107.5 now. Anything you can do, I can do better. So Turner, as Ogween goes P2. Oh, it's a 1-2 again for Mercedes. It's going to be interesting going to turn one if it's a 1-2 Mercedes. It's been very rare that we've had the same constructor lock out the front row. So just see if they work as a team or they're in it their own selfish needs. So then Evo, currently P8 and on a lap by the looks of things. He's off his time, so he won't be setting a decent lap. Adam has invalidated, so he, excuse me, won't be doing a lap. Looks like RKA is warming up. Pro Gamer looks like he's possibly the only one on a fast lap, so we'll stay with McLaren. Haven't seen much of them tonight, with both their reserve drivers in. And look at that. I mean, the split from P1 to P20, 1.1 seconds. So I know Brazil is a short track, so the gap will be small on a lot of tracks, but still, that is phenomenal. Everyone in the pits waiting to start their final lap. Pro Gamer. Ooh. What kind of lap can he better his 1 point? No, he cannot. He is way off his own pace there. Not too sure why he finished the lap. Adam, I imagine, will pit. No. Adam is staying out. And he will start another lap. As is the only one on the fast lap. Let's stay with him, shall we? Adam, not one of the drivers who's got the ultimate pace, but he's a very, very consistent driver. time where me and him were almost similarly paced, and now he is right up to speed with his wheel, and he's kept the consistency he had on the pad the wheel a while now. Looking very smooth for Adam as he takes the proper final corner. Oh, and he invalidates. Oh, Adam. Oh, that was looking like a decent lap as well. But he, very ready to invalidate around there. Right then, it looks like Aiden is going to be, is it Kieran or is it Aiden? It looks like Kieran's going to be the first one to set his final lap. 3 runs in. Soft tyres might not be the... Brazil is a very hard track on tyres. Alright, what can Kieran do? Can he upset the apple cart? He can! P2! What a lap from Kieran that is. We've got two teams blocking out the front 2 rows at the moment. Who's next across the line? It's Benza. He's a 10th up. No, he's just started his lap. Right, Red Bull. Is it Aiden? No, it's Evo. He's about to start a lap. Mercedes. Green. He's about to cross the line. No, he's starting a lap. What about it's the McLarens? No, they're all starting laps at the moment. So let's go on board, or let's ride, be with Aiden. No, he's about to cross the line, isn't it? And his next lap. So hard to know who to keep up with when everyone's on the final lap. The Mercedes boys. Oh, and look at that, Turner. Oh, he goes even faster for 107.3. What a lap that is. Are they giving each other a tow here? Oh, I'll tell you what, this could be working a treat for Benster. Kieran and Benster working as a team here, and Benster's going to go and... Oh, is he? Yes, he is, a 17.3. Oh, if the extra tow helps, and Benster is on provisional pole. Can Turner's down? What about Ogween? Ogween's slightly up, but he needs to find a couple of attempts in these last few corners, which is going to be nigh on impossible. What does he do? Oh, 107.4 puts himself into P3. Great teamwork from the Alfa Romeo team to put Benster in the lead. What can Aiden do? He's got no assists. And he stays in P... He goes up to P4, so Kieran down to P5 then. Everyone has pretty much done their lap though. Zeno won't improve, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Some mega fast times there. Kieran sacrificing his own time to give his team principal Benster a tow, and it has worked out so nicely. Right then, here is your round 1, tier 1 Brazil qualifying results. So on pole with that very cheeky lap is Benster. Starting off where he left off. Turner gets P2 in the Mercedes. A 2-3 for Mercedes Ogween. Gets P3. Aiden is in P4. Kieran P5. Dan is P6. Zach is P7. Firmsy down in P8. P9 for Evo, and Matt running out at the top 10. RKA gets 11th in the Williams with Adam P12. And then we've got Zeno, Pro Gamer, Cricknet, Visions, Icy, Aros, Yo Paulie, and Poe. Oh, and we have a wet race. Absolutely lovely. This is going to cause absolute chaos. And we are going at 20:58, so we've got 3 minutes to sit back and watch the rain. I'll be back very shortly. Right then, guys, it is 20:58. We have got less than 10 seconds until lights out. It's going to be a very interesting start. It should be drying out at the end, but this is a coded game, so you would never know the truth. No formation up, of course, because it just never works properly. So we've got 4 lights, we've got 5 lights, and it's away we go for Season 10. Looks like a decent start for most people. Apart from Cricket, who's gone down a couple of places. Zax has a place firm, he's up one, of course. Benzo looks like he's kept his lead into turn 1. It's looking very sketchy in these intermediate conditions. No Turner's taking the lead, and it looks like we've got a few casualties at the back. Alros, RKA's lost out a lot. Zeno's gone down, Evo's gone down. But we're looking okay. Most people seem to be okay. A couple of people going off track, as you probably would in this kind of weather. But there we go. Most people safely through. And we... Oh, hang on. Yeah, flag. We've got a VSC for some reason. Not too sure why. Be careful, guys. Otherwise, you're going to get penalties hitting each other. So, Let's have a quick look. So yeah, everyone is on the intermediates. So we'll just do that for now. Get less clog on the screen. Wonder if anyone's got damage. Sometimes the game will put a VSC out if someone's lost a wing. But Benson won't be happy with that start. Oh, and what's happened to Adam? Has he spun under the VSC? He has. Oh, dear Adam. Oh, well, look, there you go. Look. Dan hasn't got a wing. Oh, dear me. What is happening now? I think that is maybe Adam retaking his positions after the... I can't remember what I'm saying. I'm sorry. So, Visions in the pit. No new wing, no. Oddly. Dan will get a new ring. Will Aros get a new ring? Not too sure why Vision's in the pits, to be honest, but we have a green flag. Yep, a new nose for Dan and Aros. Look at that, the Ferrari's up to P9 and P10 after all that. The guy's starting at the back of the grid. Have a quick look. Yeah, look at that. Both drivers pull up 11, pull up 9 places. Wow. Confirms he is now up into P5 with that magnificent camera angle. Right then. Turner currently leads. He's got a 1 second lead over Benster. Benster looking nice and calm. These guys working out the conditions. I imagine people at Ogween who didn't have a lot of practice may not have done a lot of practice in the rain, but doesn't look like he quite needs it. And we've got Aros at the back who's having another mare. What a shame for Aros. As, oh, hang on, look, we've got Turner's made a mistake and Benster's going to go up the inside, around the outside of turn 1. Now he's got the inside for this line. They're going to go side by side and Turner's just about still got it. Ogween's going to be lurking behind. And these two make a mistake. Ogween's going to be there to pounce. Again, we asked about the dilemma of what would happen if these two Mercedes came together. We haven't had to... I haven't answered that question just yet. All smooth sailing, of course. But with Kieran losing 10 places at the start, he hasn't. Benson doesn't have his teammate as a buffer, so he's fighting the Mercedes all by himself. As Aiden as well, good to capitalise on any mistakes. The Haas is going really well in P5 and P6. Fantastic start for them. One of the teams predicted to be in the kind of the lower reaches. Going great guns at the moment. IF1 will be absolutely ecstatic so far, but we are only on lap 3. A lot can happen between now and then. Let's see if the Turner left again. Oh, look at that. Very squirrely. Oh, man. I hope it dries out sooner rather than later, because obviously with when it rains, it means there's no DRS, which means you don't get as many overtakes, even at a track like Brazil. Having said that, Kieran has overtaken Cricket. Kieran looking to charge back up the field. After a disappointing start. And look at the guys at the... Oh, Visions has had another spin as well. He's right at the back as well. And RKA in the Williams running 17th and 18th, which is not what they would want after such a good qualifying. Shame for the Williams team, but looks like Aiden's dropped off. Well, he hasn't dropped off at all. He's only a second behind, but given the nature of the track, a second can be quite a lot around a track like Brazil. Oh, everyone still status quo, really. The top 7 not separated by much at all. Adam kind of in a race on his own at the moment in P8, and I think he'll be quite content with that. Poe in P9 must be loving life. He's got Evo behind him. Will Evo make a move? But looks like Poe's got the superior straight line speed. So Evo's going to have a tough time getting by. He's going to have to earn his money. Still has to get by Poe. Here we go, look at that. Oh, look at that. Lovely stuff from Evo. Oh, they bang wheels, And Evo really get ahead. He does just about. As Poe, I think, realises that he's not in the same race as Evo, but very well raced from those two. Ferrari's now P10 and P11. Slowly dropping down the field, but I don't think they will mind that at all. Yeah, they're to pick up the pieces today, both Tier 2 drivers, of course, so low expectations. I thought you might say that, Joel. So Turner has now, he's pulled out about a second on Benson now. He's a couple of attempts each lap. So Turner going very well. He sets a new fastest lap. Ogwing just behind as well. The race is coming. It's not usually what you'd have in a wet race. It becomes a bit of procession, but here we are. Mercedes looking very strong in P1 and P3. Spencer really needs the Kira to come back through. He's caught up with Icy. You can see how slippery it is out there. No one is really looking to pounce on anyone else at the moment, so we'll stay with the Haas drivers. Firmsy is past Matt Veg. Let's see, can Firmsy do anything about Aiden? Oh, as I say that, he gets all out of shape in the back. The conditions still quite treacherous out there. He's lost a bit of time, but God, look at that. I mean, Firmsy's one of those drivers that can, when he puts his mind to it, he can be in the top 10 in the world of time trial. Racecraft can sometimes, be a bit questionable as once again he gets all out of shape. He's maybe he's got a dry setup. But either way, I think that was Turner setting the fastest up again, but he only pulled out by about 2 tenths. So, and Evo sets the fastest lap. So a bit of clear air, and Evo is the fastest man on track. So let's have a quick look then. What was his last lap? So his fastest lap was a 1:18.7. So he's currently running 2 tenths faster than Turner up front. So he's catching, but he needs a bit more. He's certainly catching Adam. We're about a second on a lap right now. So Evo the one to watch as he tries to come back through the field. I'll say come back through the field. He's now where he started. So work to do for Evo. But a very strong end to the season in season 9. How are we looking at the back? Zach Sakay making his 7GR debut today for the Alpine team. What is that on his helmet? Looks like he's got spikes on his helmet. He's got like demon claws. That can't be helping the aerodynamics. Let's see, can he get past Paul? Let's stay with Zach, shall we? Can he get any kind of traction? He's not using a lot of the battery, is he? There you go, he starts to use it as he feels comfortable. There you go. Paul looks like he's got superior straight line speed for now. As Kieran is now on the back of this pack. He's past Icy. His next target is Zach, who of course is trying to get past Paul himself. So yeah, and at the front, looks like Turner may have made a mistake somewhere because Spencer is now under a second behind. The top 3 still separated by just about a second and a half, a bit more than that. Aiden, let's have a look. Let's go to the leader, shall we? So look at that. So Aiden P4 only 3 seconds off the lead. So still very tight at the top. Let me get the camera angle. So Firmsy has dropped off Aiden a bit after that Well, there you go. Aiden says the fastest lap, so he said to his teammate, anything you can do, I can do better. And now Evo, look at that. And now Evo says, nope, anything you can do, I can do better. So now he is on the back of Adam. How soon will it be? I imagine by the end of the next lap he will be thinking, and look what's happened here. Kieran has got past Zach. Kieran on the move. Giving Paul a tiny bit of breathing room. Order starting to settle itself out a bit. I mean, what the guys at the back need is a safety car, but everyone driving rather nicely as Dan has got past Zeno. Well done, Dan. It's not meant to sound condescending. Williams drivers need a bit of light. They're currently 16th and 18th. Alpine currently scoring no points in 13th and 20th. We've got Aston Martin 14th and 15th currently scoring no points. So at the front, Turner's got his lead back up to a second as he sets the fastest lap. Oh, taking 2/10 off. So he is. Has he got? Hang on, is that Vision going around with no wing? Surely he's not. Did he just spin? Is he? Yeah, I think Vision's having an absolute nightmare again. Although he's not losing time to Outross. So maybe the game is just playing games with me again. As, oh, hang on. Kieran and Paul having a ding-dong. So, oh. What kind of traction will he get? Paul playing a good rearguard action for his team principal, Poe. Hold him off as long as you can, says Poe. Kieran bearing down. It's not easy when you're trying to defend against someone who is faster than you. Especially when you're in different tiers as well. Will you have a look at the inside? No, Kieran staying nice and patient. Waiting for an opening as Turner once again turns his screens purple. Oh, Firmsy, there you go. Firmsy's found his feet. Or 117.2. Firmsy's back, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Paul got the better traction out of turn 12. But this is where Kieran will be strong under braking. He can be confident to braking that much bit later. It's still tricky out there. You can just see the guy. Oh, another wobble from Kieran. And that gives Paul another bit of a respite in there. As everyone else is. Yeah, I think the game's playing games with me because there's no way Vision would be going around without a wing. Well, he has lost about 2 seconds to Outross. So, maybe. Anyway, back at the front, Will Turner once again is setting purple sector times. Is he about to set another fastest lap? Not this lap, but look at that. Despite all these purple sectors and purple laps, the gap still remains under a second. As Evo and Adam having a battle. Evo looking to secure that 8th place. They're going to go side by side to turn 1. No, they're not, because Evo tucked in behind Adam. Both drivers running low on ERS. Looks like Evo's got the better run out of 4, turn 2 and 3. Give him a little love tap to say, get a move on, please. But he can't get by him. I mean, if I was Evo right now, I think I would just save my ERS and just deploy it in that final straight. You can see Evo's got a lot more confidence than Adam in these conditions. Visions is the first person to get a... Oh, and look, here we go then, around the outside. Oh, what a move by Evo. That is not a place you overtake in a dry, let alone the wet. And as I say that, Kieran has got past Paulie. So, 2 very good overtakes in the space of a couple of seconds. Evo up into P8 and Kieran puts himself in range of the points now. Just a second and a half off the points, and Adam's not given up. He's fighting back. It looks like Evo has won that round. Both drivers draining that ERS battery. It's quite hard to do in the wet, to be honest. We're over a third of the way through now. The rain's still going. It looks a little bit lighter, but still very much intermediate weather. And at the front, look at that. They're still separated. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Very close, and Aiden is not far behind. Firmsy, who did set that blistering lap, still just over a second behind Aiden and his teammate Matt Veg. Coming along very nicely in P6. We've got a yellow flag. It looks like it's the McLaren. Is it Zeno? Yep, Zeno. Oh, has he got a bit of damage, or is that just the game playing games with me again? I think he's got damage because he's let RKA through. Shame there for Zeno on his return to Tier 1. So back at the front, the gap is 2 and 4. I really wish this was dry weather, because these 3 would be going hammer and tong with DRS overtaking each other. But we'll have to stay patient, and hopefully we'll get what's coming to us later as Paul. He's fallen off the back of Kieran, and he's now defending that offset. And the 2 Aston Martins. Paul doing very well. He's being in constant attack since he was in. Oh, and he's run wide. He's at the Alpine fruit. Zach's gone through. Right, and now look at that. Kieran on the back of Poe. I don't think it'll be long as he dives up the inside. And there you go. You can see Poe running very low suspension with the sparks coming out. Not a sensible thing to do in the wet, but what do I know? Zeno in the pits for his front wing. Alright, so Kieran is now 11 seconds behind Adam. Adam's running well, so it's not going to be easy. But he does now find himself in the points. Okay, where are we? Look at that. The yo-yoing between the top 3 continues as Benson now finds himself 1.3 the back of Turner. So maybe a mistake from Benson somewhere. Ogween wasn't able to take advantage. There you go. Aiden is now almost 2.5 seconds behind, and Firmsy has caught up. Firmsy under that second gap now is slowly improving. That Veg still 2.5 seconds behind, and Evo is now under a second and a half behind Pro Gamer. Oh, hello. Is that Icy and Dan having a go at each other? No, it's Dan coming back through the field. No, I think something's happened because Krigbit's fallen back a bit, so I think Krigbit may have had a moment, possibly with Paul as they battle each other. And Icy all over the back of Paul. Paul looks like he's lost all confidence in his tyres. Now these guys are going to try and go until it gets dry, or are they going to come in for a stop? If they're going to get dry near the end, you'd think they'd stop around now to get some fresh rubber on, but I guess it's he who blinks first, and we've got, oh, do you know what, I thought one of the leads was spun there, but unfortunately it was just zero as, oh, there we go, I come off him, and Icy has got past Paul, up into P13. So Kieran not making any inroads into Adam at the moment. He's actually lost a bit of time to Adam, so it looks like people are where they should be at the moment, in terms of Kieran anyway. his charge at the field has stopped. So I guess the next person to watch will be Evo. As Poe becomes the third person to get a time penalty. Oh, and Benson, he made a mistake because Ogween's got through. And that now means we've got a Mercedes 1-2. I can just see Joel. Well, I can imagine Joel jumping up in his chair. Liverpool may be doing crap, but at least his team Mercedes are doing a 1-2. He made a big gamble paying the big wages for the two top drivers, and it's currently paying off as the ever reliable and consistent Spencer found his weak spot in the wet here. Whoa, wow, Spencer not looking too comfortable, is he? Those tyres must really be starting to hurt these guys, but as I was going to say, I think it's one of those, he who blinks first will probably lose out. If Turner pits, then you imagine the other two won't. They will try and stick it out till it goes dry. These Inters, they can't be doing any favours. If someone pits now, they will be likely be going a second or two faster. Now, let's have a quick look to see what the pace is like. So, Turner's fastest lap is a 17.3. How is he comparing to that this lap? So he's only 3 tenths off. So the pace is still there. Well, Benson, too late. So the tyres, the grip's still there then. So he's only 3 tenths off his fastest lap, Turner. So the tyres aren't going away as much as I thought they were. We've got another yellow flag. It's a Ferrari. Oh, it's Paul. Another moment. All that hard work now going down the drain. But now I think we'll just stick with Evo at the moment because he is the one. Challenging Pro Gamer. He's going to want to get past that McLaren. Pro Gamer looking to show off his skills as Zach gets past Poe. As Poe at the moment, I think Poe has at the moment, you know. I'm not too sure if it's coming together, but both Ferraris are now out of the points. A solid start, and now they are out of the points, which is a shame for them. Right. How quick? Oh, Evo's been behind Pro Gamer a few laps now. Whoa. But ERS-wise, Evo's got some to spare. Is he going to make a move? Oh, that's a very brave man to make a move up there. As, look at... Oh, hang on a minute. Turner's done something because he's lost the lead to Ogween. Ogween set the fastest lap, and he's taken the lead off Turner. So these three keep Ogween now taking the lead for the first time. He's gone from third to first in the space of, well, what, four laps? So, yeah. Alright, let's just save even for one last corner. Oh, and Pro Gamer giving him the squeeze, giving him the massive squeeze. Is he going to give enough for him to go in the corner? Evo has to yield a little bit. Oh, they bang wheels. There was enough in these conditions. There was a lot of room given. Oh, and Evo, oh, the snap. Oh dear me, he got a snap of oversteer. Oh, and that brings out the safety car. Now then, now turn. Oh, be careful, boys, be careful, be careful. Now then, this opens up strategy options. Will these guys pit, or will they continue on another lap? This is intriguing. I mean, me personally, I would pit. However, if Ogween pits, he's down to P7 easy. He stays out. What about Benster? He stays out. Firmsy up into P3. Pits. Turner pits. Aiden pits. So then, we've got some rolling of the dice. Matt Veg stays out. I'm sure he would have wanted to pit, but obviously probably saw his teammate pitting and thought, nope. No double stacking for me. Pro Gamer stays out. Aiden's off in the pits. Adam's in the pits. Surely Kieran, does he pits? He does. What about Zach, who's now in the points? Perseverance paying off for Zach as he does pit. So, well then, the safety car has picked up the leaders But let's have a quick look at these tyres then. So, oh, hang on, mediums. Oh, what has happened there? Zeno's retired at turn 1 somehow. Right, so a lot of these guys are now going onto the dry tyres. The rain has stopped, but the track does still look wet. This was almost the perfect crash for Evo, but Firmsy is struggling big time. Turner's come out on the inters and he's almost pushing Firmsy ahead of him, so it's not quite dry, but it might be by the time the safety car comes in. But I think it might. Oh, Vision goes on the hard. That's a bit of a funny one for these conditions. But look, you can see, judging by, and look, top 3 are in, right. Is it dries? It is. Mediums for Ogween. What about Benster? I'm sure it's got to be dries like everyone else. It is. He's on mediums. Matt Veg. Yeah, Matt Veg goes on the mediums. Everyone going on the mediums. Pro Gamer coming in. Turner coming back in. Oh, no. Oh, he's thrown. I don't want to say he's thrown the race away, but dearie me. And Paul's staying out. Oh, well, that is definitely a bold choice for Paul. Oh, and he's got a drive through for speed under the safety car. Oh, dear. Is there any kind of... Oh, Paul. Paul. What a shame. He got himself into the points with a strategy gamble. And now he's got to serve a drive-through, which will put him at the back. And just like that, look at that. Firmsy, who was pretty much P5 the whole race, now finds himself in P1. Ahead of Ogween, ahead of Benson, ahead of Matt Veg. Haas doing really well. Look at that. Haas, P1 and P4. Wow. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. What's happened to Matt? Oh, has he gone off? Have I cursed him? Oh, hang on. Oh, okay, has been disqualified for blocking the pits. What's happened there? What? Well, that's new. What's happened there? Well, things go from bad to worse for Williams. As a Ferrari is that Poe? I think it was. Right, so Paul then. Paul's got a pit, surely. He stays out. Matt Veg in the pits. What a shame. He was looking so good. The Haas team were on for a massive points hole. And he's going to have to come in for a new wing change. And I imagine the safety car might even be in this lap, because I think it's been out a good 3 laps now. So, your leader is currently Firmsy. Look at that, Icy. He does the P8, but he's on those intermediate tyres. So, the track is getting drier and drier. Of course, usually the tell is when the game says DRS is enabled, but the fact is that because we're behind the safety car, we don't really know. I mean, look at Paul. He is still behind the safety car, so he will be behind. But Paul's got a pit surely now. He's in P7. He's got a pit for mediums now. I know he's got his. Because otherwise, he's got a pit now, otherwise he's got to do a lap, and then he's got to do his drive-through. He's got a pit, surely, Paul, come on. And the safety car is in, so Paul has lost any kind of chance of gaining any kind of places back. But, here we go then, Firmsy, your race leader. Comes with de facto safety car. The track is still looking very wet. Those tyres cannot be warm. They're going to be cold as anything. We'll stay on board with Firmsy to see when he goes. There you go. The throttle is down. Oh, what's Ogween doing? Ogween's going back into the pits. What's that about? Does he have a drive-through? Yeah. Oh, hang on, look at this in Turner. And look at that, pull up into P4. P3, the inters are still working. The intermediates are still working. Look at that, Paul's going to be in the lead by the end of the lap. This is amazing. Paul's 22 lap old tyres are doing him well. And Ogwin has seen it, and he's come out on those intermediate tyres, and Paul does take the lead. What a shame he's got that drive-through penalty. Maybe he can do another 2 laps, can't he, and come in at the end of the 3rd lap. I tell you what, and Icy's up into P2. We've got 2 tier drivers, oh my goodness, we've got 2 tier 2 drivers in P1 and P2. The guys gambled by staying on the inters, and they're currently P1 and P2. This is extraordinary. As Ferbsy struggling there in P3, Benson in P4, they're all struggling because it's not quite ready, these tyres. How much will Ogwin catch back up? Look at that, he's past Dan. Right, he's 5.5 behind his teammate. Look at that, this half a second is about a second. He's losing so much time as Aiden's getting all squirrely coming out of the final corner, as Icy is probably going to overtake Paul because Paul's tyres are 23 laps old now. And Firmsy back in the pits as Fiction sets the fastest lap on intermediates. They're all coming back in the pits. This is amazing. Oh, I'm absolutely loving this. This has thrown the cat amongst the pigeons. Wow. We've got, what, 12 laps remaining as Ogwin goes round the outside of Pro Gamer. Ogwin now looks like he could well be the favourite to win this race when it does eventually go to dry tyres. And now the safety car is in. We will know officially when it is dry because DRS will be enabled. But right now we've got Paul in P1, we've got IC in P2, the battle for the lead. It's going to be a bit spicy, but Paul is going to stay out. Paul is not, oh no, he has got a pit, he's got to do a drive, hasn't he? But he's already got 12 seconds on Ogwin, so when Paul does pit, he'll probably come out in P3 or P4. Intermediate's still looking very good. And Icy will probably take the lead here as Paul will call pit. He does. Paul does pits to do his drive-through penalty as OWR Icy takes the lead on his debut. Wow. And Ogwin, he will be back up into P2. And he does set the fastest lap of the race. And Pro Gamer, one of, well, a handful of drivers sticking out on those mediums. You've got to be so careful. But this race is there for the taking. Look at that. You've got Turner in P7. We've got Benster in P8. Kieran's P9. Somehow still around P9. Aiden's down into P10. Firmsy, after being in the lead behind the safety car, is now down in P11. He's gone back onto the mediums, but oh my goodness, is he stopping again? I think he's stopping again for the intermediates, because the track is just not drying out. It's just not drying out. And so people are coming back in for the intermediates. This is incredible. I don't think I've seen a race like this. As Matt Veg on his intermediates goes up into P4. Matt Veg, who was running very good, he lost his nose under the safety car, but now finds himself back up into P4. Paul is still in P3. He badly needs this track to dry out, otherwise his tyres are, well, they're going to pop. There's no easy way of saying it, but his tyres will pop as Ogwin. It's a 15.3, and we've got a yellow flag. Oh, I thought it was an Aston Martin. No, it's one of the Alpines. It's Zach who's decided to stay out on these mediums. Excuse me, and Kieran and Pro Gamer has lost the position. Get it together. Pro Gamer starting to slide down the field now. It's almost worth him coming into the pits now as Turner has got past Matt, and Matt, the commentator's curse strikes as he goes from 4th to 6th in the blink of an eye. And we've got another yellow flag. Oh, is it Vision? No, it's Adam on those medium tyres. Surely he's got a pit. Is he coming in for inters? No, he's staying out. This is crazy. Are we going to get a tier 2 driver win tier 1 on his debut race? Not if Ogwin has anything to say about it, that's for sure. The guy who came in, made his debut last race in Abu Dhabi last year, won the race for McLaren, sealing the Constructors' title in tier 1. And we've got Paul doing absolute bits for Ferrari. Poe must be super jealous. Paul currently on the podium places, but he needs it to dry up. He needs it to dry up as Benson out. That's the father's lap. He is about a second half behind Turner, but we know how close these 2 laps are, so wow. And Pro Gamer still sticking it out. He's lost almost 13 seconds. I'm pretty sure you're going to get overtaken about 2 laps to go. Look at that. He's lost about a second and a half in that one corner. This is crazy. Is it going to be intermediates to the end? I mean, we've seen a wet track dry tyres before, but I don't think we've seen the track stay this damp this long before. As Icy's got, what, 8 laps to go. He's got a very rapid Ogwin closing. Can he do it? As Pro Gamer loses another position, and there you go. He's down to P10 now. Wow. This is great. Look at them. Let's see how much fast Poe catches him up. It was 10 seconds, 9.5. This is crazy. Now, can Paul, I really hope, I'm going to curse him now, but it would be absolutely amazing if Paul's tyres held on. I mean, he may not make the podium because of the pace of the Turner and Benson behind him. But if his tyres can last, Paul is on for a fantastic result here. I mean, even if it dries up now, these guys can all go on soft. The track doesn't look dry, does it? But Paul's tyres look absolutely bald. So they're pretty much slicks. Not that it works like that in the game as Poe into the pits. Have they got a message? Did Poe get a message to put dries on? Is he going to go for the softs, or has he got damage to put on another set of intermediates? No! On go the softs! Right then, this is it. The gamble, the guinea pig is Poe. Poe the guinea pig has come in to put a fresh set of softs on. You can bet your bottom dollar if Poe and Ogwin still sitting fastest laps on those intermediates, so it's got to be a coin toss now, which is right. Let's have a look at this. Let's stay with Poe. He's in the pit, so we can't. Right, let's ride with Poe. How tricky is it? He's just got out the pit, so his tyres aren't going to be warm enough just yet. Oh, there's still a lot of wiggling. I still think it's intermediates. Still intermediates, I think. Oh, Cribbett and Dan having a little battle here. Dan looking to take P8, and he has done just that. And Poe, I don't think the experiment has worked. He was losing time to Firmsy all the time. Yeah, I still think it's intermediates out there. It's Aiden finally released Pro Gamer of the points. Pro Gamer who stuck it out. Unfortunately, the gamble hasn't worked. It hasn't dried up yet. This is... I'm going to keep saying it's crazy because it absolutely is. We've got a Tier 2 driver in the lead of a Tier 1 race on his debut. It's crazy. He's got 7 laps to keep Ogwin behind. Ogwin needs at least a second a lap. Let's have a quick look at fastest lap. So his fastest lap is about 1 second faster. So Ogwin can do it. He can still do it on his debut for Mercedes. Paul's still there in P3 with drive-through and everything. Without that drive-through, and I think Paul's probably in P2 by now, because I think IC was overtaking them because of the difference in grip for the tyres. But Paul is 6 seconds ahead of Turner. But obviously his tyres are going to be a lot worse off now. Jeez. Come on, Paul, you can do it. I'm risking the curse. Oh, hang on. No. No, Poe's falling down. Right, so Ogweed is a 14.3. Poe doing a 17.8. So he's 3 seconds a lap off the pace. I mean, if it gets dry, it's literally going to get dry with about 2 laps to go, isn't it? That's going to be the way. But it looks like Poe's got the grip. So, have a quick look. So he's only a 10th up on his previous time, but doesn't look too bad. As Matt Veg and Kieran having a go at each other. Oh, be careful, boys. They're banging wheels. Oh, no! Oh, Matt Veg did so well to keep it there. It was, fractions away from that ended in disaster, but that does promote Kieran up into P6, and we've got a P5 and P6 for the Alfa Romeo team. Spencer is still that second behind, and Ogween, the gap is now down to 4.4 seconds with 5 laps remaining, and unfortunately for Poe, he is losing time. Visions, who was a lap down. Let's have a look, see what lap time. He did a 17.8 last time. Is it getting quicker, or is it still the same? 17.8, and it's now 17.3. So, unfortunately, the intermediates are still quicker. I think what Icy would do right now to be able to put those softs on. I mean, in fact, he'd probably want to keep it as it is. I think he's doing quite well as Adam. As the latest person. Oh, Matt Veg, hello. Has he got wing damage? Now, this will be the test. But we've seen Poe not be quick on those softs, so surely this is... It is softs! That is a massive... I'm not going to lie, that is a massive surprise. That is a massive gamble for Matt Veg and the Haas team. As Aiden... The times are coming down now, so there's every chance that the softs could start working. We'll see how quick he can get these tyres up as... oh no, it's not Paul, is it? Please don't say it's Paul. I think Paul's had a moment. No, it's not. No, it was Poe. Not gonna lie, my heart was in my mouth for a second there, but Paul only has a second half lap now, so it does look like Paul probably will lose the podium, but there's no shame in, even if he does finish in P5 or P6, an amazing drive from Paul. Right, what can Matt Veg do? He's coming under attack from Aiden. That's what he can do. The track looks bone dry. The track generally looks bone dry now. Surely, as Kieran's in the pits now, is he gambling for softs? As down to the 13.6, there's no DRS, so it's... Oh, hello, they're all diving in. Excuse me, they're diving in. The gambles are starting, even though the softs don't seem to be that quick. See, look at that. So, obviously, Matt was behind Kieran, and he's lost 5 seconds. He's lost, what, 4 seconds? He's lost 4 seconds to Kieran doing those 2 laps on softs. So the inters are still the tyre to be on, even though the track looks completely bone dry. Oh, there you go. Paul's lost P3. Sure, I mean, does Paul go on softs? Does Paul gamble? He's got a gap to Dan. No, he stays out. He stays out. There's 3 laps remaining now. Icy still in the lead of this Grand Prix. He's got 2.5 seconds as Benson now gets past Paul. But Paul now does have, he's got that 17-second cushion now, so Paul just needs to wind things down and keep that P5, because that would be still an amazing result for Paul. But still no DRS has been enabled. As oh, hang on, hello, Matt Veg, fastest lap of the race. The softs, it's time. It's finally time for the softs. They have finally set the fastest lap, Matt Veg. Now, the question is, how fast can Kieran? I think he's too far off to win the race. Even if the leaders do pit, I don't think Kieran has been able to take advantage just yet. We've got a yellow flag. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's Paul. Oh, sugar lumps. Oh, his lead is... Oh, dear. Come on, Paul. Oh, he's got a puncher. Oh, my God. Oh, I tell you what. Paul is one of the unluckiest drivers you'll ever meet. And the guy was heading for a magnificent P5 and he's got a bloody puncher. Oh, dear me. 2 laps before the end. Absolute heartbreak for Paul as he spun going into the pits. Don't get disqualified. Just don't get disqualified. Right then. We'll go to the battle on the front because we've just got DRS enabled. There you go. It's time. It's officially time for softs. So, can he get anywhere near Icy on this final lap? They're both running low on ERS, but Icy's just got a little bit more. Oh, I thought Ogwyn might have pitted then, but he does not. But the question is, where can Kieran finish? You can see now the softs really are the tire to be on. So Gamer's 14 laps too late. Will he go for a dive? He does! Ooh, he just about gets away with it as well. As here we go then. We're on the final lap of the race. Icy is still in the lead. He's holding off Ogwyn as it stands. As Kieran... Oh no! Kieran's on a spin on those... Oh dear! Kieran... Oh no, and that puts Firms up at the P8. Matt Veg retakes P7. Krigmit reclaims P6 on those intermediates. This is... Oh, here we go. It's under a second. It's under a second. The gap is under a second. We've got a couple of corners left. Oh, it's going to be tight. Is Icy going to do it? Ogwyn's got the DRS, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it unless something absolutely drastic happens. We've seen that happen before in Brazil with Fitzy retiring on the final corner, literally just here. But no, Icy's going to do it. He comes across the line to take P1 on his debut. What an amazing race. An amazing outcome. Icy takes the win. Ogwyn, P2. Turner looks like he's going to come home for P3 to make it Mercedes 2-3. Wow. If you were a betting man and bet on that top 3, you would be a millionaire. I'll tell you that. So, Turner does get P3, Ben's to P4, Dan is going to come home in P5 after 1 point pretty much being last. But he hung on, he's stuck with those intermediates, and he gets P5, ran out of words, my apologies. Krigmit will come home in P6, but Matt Veg will probably get him on penalties. He does, so P6 for Matt Veg, Firmsy will come home in P8, Kieran P9, Pro Gamer, P10. But I think Aiden actually may take that point of Pro Gamer because of penalties. He does, and heartbreak for Paul as he's P12. Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, talk about a slow burner. I mean, yeah, Icy gets driver of the day without a shadow of a doubt. I don't think there's anyone else that deserves that. What an absolute crazy race we just had. Not that many overtakes, but the weather playing absolute havoc. Wow. Amazing. I can't wait to go through the Tier 1 chat to see what's happening. So there you go then. Icy, who didn't get a full-time seat in Tier 2, subs in for Aston Martin in Tier 1, and he wins round 1. Season 10 is off to an absolute barnstormer. Joel is also licking his lips, P2 and P3. Joel just about clung on to his job at the end of last season, and he's gone big, and he's been rewarded with P2 and P3. Wow, so let's do a quick rundown of the race, shall we? So OWR Icy is your race winner from P17 on the grid. Hang on, I need to try and get this race director before it goes. Right, okay. Quick. Right, so Ogween P2, Turner P3, Benson P4, Dan P5, Matt Veg, Crickmit, Firmsy, Kieran and Aiden round out the top 10. Aiden also getting an extra point because he's got the fastest lap. Wow. I am almost out of words, which is quite rare for me, I have to say. What an absolute race that was. I mean, it started very slow, but it's ended in absolute dramatic fashion. Icy, full credit to you, sir, for hanging on and delivering Aston Martin's first win of the season. I'm not too sure they won in Tier 1 last year, but what a start for them. Same for Mercedes in P2 and P3. Right then, let's round off this stream, shall we? If you've enjoyed this and you're still watching, you're still listening, thank you very much. You're a motherfucking hero. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you come back on Thursday as we're back in Brazil for the start of the Tier 2 Championship. If you can't make Thursday, then please join us once again for Tier 1 next Tuesday, where we are at Imola. So, guys, once again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a good evening, and goodbye for now.